Okay, find in a seated position that feels good to you, and we'll focus on the neck and the shoulders. We're going to get from head to toe all the usual suspects, the lower back, the hips, the ankles, even the toes. We'll get it from head to toe. All right, so just a seated position that feels good to you, and remember that it's taken your time, right? So it's whatever feels good to you to help you be the very, very best you can, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of it. So in that seated position, if you want to sit up on a block or a bolster, you absolutely can. Otherwise, let's just roll those shoulders up and back and let the shoulders slide down and away. Close your eyes. Great way to let go of tension in the neck and the shoulders by those shoulder rolls. Let's do that again. Big shoulder shrug up, roll it back, and let your shoulders just gently slide down and away. Let's bring the hands down by our sides, pressing the palms towards the ground. Crown of the head reaching up high, nice tall spine. And as you exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. Just a gentle tuck of your chin. And just noticing that stretch at the base of the head all the way down the spine. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the right. Let that right ear just gently fall down towards that right shoulder. Little press of your left palm towards the ground. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. So as we move from pose to pose, stretch to stretch, just checking in how your body responds, how your breath responds, making sure that there's no pain, anything beyond a good, gentle stretch. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and then gently lean your head to the left ear over the left shoulder. Pressing that right palm down towards the ground. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and as you exhale, turn and look out over that right shoulder, just as far as you can turn your head. Keeping the shoulders from rotating, keeping that torso from rotating, just turning the head. And inhale back to center, and then turn and look out over that left shoulder, just as far as you can turn your head. How's your breath? Make sure you're not holding it. Inhale, turn back to face front. Bring your hands to your shins, just below your knees. Take a big breath in. Press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Seated cat and cow. Exhale, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. That feels good. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Inhale it, press it through one more time each direction. And exhale, hollow. Inhale it up nice and tall, reach it up and overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky. And as you exhale, we're just going to hollow the tummy and chest. We're going to roll through the shoulders. Just making a big circle with those arms, arching your back. Let's do that one more time this direction, hollowing the tummy and chest. Opening it back up, and then we're going to switch directions. Opposite, just hollowing. Feeling that stretch all the way through the side body, in the back, through the chest and the shoulders. One more rotation. Take it all the way around and up tall. And bring your hands behind your head. As you exhale, draw the chin towards the chest. Close the elbows around the ears. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Open those elbows wide and gently let those hands slide back down towards the mat. Let's rock it back. Switch to the other leg is in front. And again, press those palms towards the ground. As you exhale, chin to chest. And gently roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. And gently roll it back through center. And then over to the left ear over the left shoulder, pressing that right palm down towards the ground. Once again, roll it back through center and over to the right. Face is turned towards front, ear just over that shoulder. And one more, roll it back through center. And then over to the left. Pressing that right palm down towards the ground. Inhale, chin back down towards the chest. Good shoulder roll up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, head up nice and tall, reach it high. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and as you exhale, lean to the left. A little press through that right palm, glue that right sit bone towards the ground, maybe turn and look up along the inside of that right arm. Just stretching through the shoulder, through the neck, through the rib cage. Inhale it back up nice and tall, looking forward, and then lean to the right, pressing through that left palm. We turn and take our gaze along the inside of that left arm. And inhale it back to center. Release your arms. Just let them float down by your sides. Let's kick that left foot around to the outside, coming into a letter Z, if you will. Taking care of your knees. So if having that left leg, that knee bent isn't great for your knee, just kick it back out and have that long leg. Otherwise, knee is bent. We're going to take that right hand off to the side. Left arm's going to reach up. And as you exhale, we're going to reach that left hand through. Just reach it back as far as you can. Oh, that should feel super good for the back. And then roll it back open, extend, and gaze up. As you exhale, pass that left hand through once again, reach it back just as far as feels good to you. And then roll it open and reach it high. Let that left arm float down, take a hold of the outside of the leg, and right arm goes up and over. Inhaling it back up, left arm up and over. Just lean in, bend that right elbow, and reach out as far as you can reach. Long stretch down that left side. One more time, left hand to the outside of the ankle, right arm up and over. And inhale it back to center. Let's kick those feet off to the right. And taking that left hand out and away from you, right arm's going to reach up. And as you exhale, pass it through, reach it back. Thread that needle, reach as far back as you can. Oh, that feels good. Roll it open and reach it high. Exhale, pass it through. Just reach it back as far as you can. And roll it open. One more time, pass it through. Reach it back. Roll it open and gently let that right arm float down towards your ankle. Left arm up and over. Stretching through the ribs, into the waist, into that shoulder. Take it up and back. Right arm up and over. Bend that left elbow and just lean in, reach it out as far as you can. Let's do that one more time each side. Take it up and over. Left arm reaching. That lateral flexion for that spine. Just promoting the flexibility one more time. Take it up and over. And up and back. Bring both hands behind you. Turn and extend those legs out long. Crossing left foot up and over. Right elbow wraps around the knee and just gently pull it in. Turning and looking out over your back shoulder. If you like, left hand can come behind you to prop yourself up even taller. And a little tuck of your chin down towards that left collarbone. Add a flex of that right foot. And just gently pull that left knee in. Just breathe. And gently release that rotation. Let that left knee roll out to the side. Bring your hands behind you and pull that right foot in. We're just going to rock the knees side to side. So don't pull that foot too closely in and just rock it side to side. Giving some love into the hips and the lower back. Little massage for your glutes as you roll side to side. And we come back to center. If you need a few more, take them. Go ahead and extend that right leg out. And then the left, crossing that right foot up and over. Wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Pulling that right knee in. Add a flex of your left foot. And again, if it feels right to you, bring that right hand behind you. Use it to prop yourself up even taller. Turn and look out over your back shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your right collarbone. Make sure you breathe in. Easy to hold your breath here anytime you twist. Just make sure you're getting the big deep breaths. Go ahead and release that rotation and allow that right knee to open out to the side. Bring your hands behind you and pull that left foot in just as close as you'd like, and just rock the knees side to side. So that figure four stretch, nice little wake up for the hips. And just make that rotation, that rock, as big as you want it to be. Take your time. Doesn't have to be fast. Slow it down if you need to. Stop if you need to, if you want to stay to one side for a minute. Let's go one more. Coming back to center, go ahead and extend that left leg out, and then the right. Flex your feet, reach it high. Giant beach ball on your thighs, round over it, hollow your tummy and chest, reaching down towards your shins or your toes, a little tuck of the chin, lifting that spine. It feels good. Inhale, reach it out, and sit up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides, and let's kick those feet around, coming up onto all fours. Hands and knees. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is nice and strong. Take a big breath in and lower your belly down towards the ground as you lift your gaze and your sit bones high. Cat and cow. Exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, lift your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale it back to cow. And exhale it to cat. Let's do one more each direction. And come back to our neutral spine. Go ahead and press your sit bones back towards your heels. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat, and let's lower down into our child's pose. Arms extending out nice and long. Spread your fingers wide. Go ahead and give the torso a little shimmy, a little shake. Let go of any tension. And let it just surrender down into your deepest child's pose. With those arms extended out nice and long, let's bring the forearms to the mat, bend your elbows, bring the palms of the hands to touch, spread your fingers wide, outside edge of your pinky, just gently resting on the mat. We lift our forehead, tuck our toes, and press and lift our hips to the sky, up to dolphin. So you can adjust anytime you need to. Feet are hip width apart, elbows are shoulder width apart, head's heavy. Allowing the heels to sink. Let's bend the right knee, left heel presses towards the mat. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel presses towards the mat. And then just alternate bending knees, walking it out. Just staying connected with our breath, with what's going on with the body. Staying present in the four corners of our mat. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Take a big step back with one foot and then the other, and then gently, slowly level out into a dolphin plank, lifting out of the shoulders, gazing down towards your thumbs. You can always come down onto your knees or remain up on your toes. Breathe, staying steady, or if you like, creating a forward and back motion like you're sawing. Firing up the shoulders a little bit more, those core muscles a little bit more, stretching through the toes, waking up your feet. But just be nice. If you're on your knees, just stay on your knees. You can kind of move between child's pose and a modified plank. That's a great way to do that as well. Last one. And take it back. And go ahead and walk your feet back up to dolphin. Breathe. As you exhale, release your knees to the mat, palms to the hands to the mat. Extend those arms and press and lift your hips to the sky, up to down dog. Find your down dog. Hands are shoulder width, feet are hip width, head's heavy. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Let your upper body be heavy. Soften your face, a soft bend in your knees, a little shift of your weight forward into your toes, and then back towards your heels. Again, towards your toes, and back towards your heels. Keeping the weight in your heels, lift your toes and spread them. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your hands to the toes, and we're going to bring our fingers in between each toe as best you can. So pinky between your pinky toe and your fourth toe, and then so on all the way up where the index finger comes between the thumb, between the big toe and the second toe. Just kind of curl those fingertips down around underneath the foot. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes, feeling that stretch between those toes through the tops of the feet. And gently shift your weight back towards your heels, releasing those fingers from between the toes. And ever so slowly ragdoll your way up. And a big shoulder roll at the top. And those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Take it up and back. And let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach it high. As you exhale, open those arms out to a T. Crossing that left arm out in front, right palm to the tricep, just below your shoulder. Pull that shoulder in nice and tight, arm in nice and tight. And let's turn and look out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your collarbone. We lift our gaze, turn it back towards front, taking that left arm up and back, right hand to the elbow, just gently press. Shift your weight to your right foot, left foot crosses behind the right. Bring your ankles just as tightly together as you can get them. And a slow, steady lean to the right. Breathe. Give those inner thighs a little squeeze. Long stretch all the way down that left side. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Release that left foot from behind the right. Extend your arms, reach them high, and let them arms float down to a T. And we're going to cross that right arm out in front. Left hand to the tricep and just gently pull. That right shoulder presses down away, and we turn and look out over our right shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your collarbone. Close your eyes and breathe. Relax your jaw. We lift our gaze, turn it back towards front, taking that right arm up and back, bending that right elbow, left hand to the elbow, and just gently press. Stretching the tricep and the shoulder. We shift our weight to our left foot, right foot crosses behind. Bring those inner thighs together, bring those ankles together, squeeze those inner thighs as much as you can, and then a slow, steady lean to the left. Stretching all the way down that right side. Breathe. Inner thighs are squeezing as our balance is compromised just a little bit with those ankles crossed. Core is strong. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Release that right foot. Extend those arms, reach it high. And as you exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. Toes or knees lift out of those shoulders. Breathe. You can be on your hands or your forearms. Just solid and strong. Draw that belly button in and up. As you exhale, lift your hips to down dog. Let's inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. As you exhale back to down dog, if you like, reach your left hand back. Touch your right leg or your right foot. Inhale it back to that high plank. Exhale, if you like, right hand towards that left leg or left foot. Inhale it back to plank. You can keep both hands down, or again, as you press it back to your down dog, reach that left hand back. Inhale it back to plank. And exhale, last time. Right hand towards that left foot. And inhale it back to plank. Hold your plank. As you exhale, lift your hips to down dog. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhale and sweep that right foot to the outside of your right hand. Toes are slightly turned open. Shift your weight to your left hand. Right arm reaches up as high as you can reach. We circle that right arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back. Nestle the back of the hand against the back of the body, and then use it as an anchor to roll that right shoulder back just a little bit more. Breathe. We once again extend that right arm high and slowly release it down. Step it back to plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. And we shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Toes are slightly turned open. Shift your weight to that right hand, left arm reaches high. Lift out of that right shoulder. Reach up as high as you can reach. And if it feels right to you, circle that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back of the hand to the back of the body, anchor it, and use it to roll that left shoulder back just a little bit more. Make sure you're not sinking into that right shoulder, but lifting out of it. Always working to create space in those joints. Staying strong, not putting too much pressure. Extending that left arm once again. And slowly release your hand down. Step it back to plank, toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Inhaling up to the balls of the feet. As you exhale, bend your knees, press your bottom back towards your heels, come into a low squat. And then inhale, pop it forward to plank. Lift your hips, lift those heels. Again, bend the knees, lower down to that low squat. Inhale, pop it forward to plank. And exhale, lift your hips, let your heels gently sink. And sway your hips side to side. Coming back to center, taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, release that left arm down. Right forearm crosses the crown of the head and gently pull your head to the right. Relax the weight of your hand and reach your left fingertips down towards the ground. Close your eyes and just breathe. Inhale, lift that right hand just enough to turn your chin down towards your right collarbone, and then place your hand to the back of the head and gently pull down. Again, still reaching those left fingertips down towards the ground. Release that right hand and let your arm just float back down by your side. Turn your face back towards front, ear over the shoulder. Gently release your chin down towards your chest. A good shoulder roll up and back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Lift that left arm, cross the crown of the head, and gently pull to the left, relaxing the weight of that left hand. Close your eyes. Reach your right fingertips down towards the ground. Relax your eyes, soften your jaw. We lift that left hand just enough to turn the chin down towards that left collarbone. Place your left hand to the back of the head and gently pull down. Keep reaching those right fingertips towards the ground. Checking in with the breath, how your body's responding. And then gently release that left hand, let that left arm float down by your side. We turn our face back towards front, left ear over the left shoulder, still reaching with those right fingertips. And then gently release your chin down towards your chest. With the chin towards the chest, roll those shoulders up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach it high, gaze up. And as you exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Back knee to the mat if you like. Otherwise, knee stays off. And we circle those arms up and overhead to our crescent lunge. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink, stay low. Inhale, reach it high. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Nice long line down the back of the body. Breathe. Stability, strength, that static hold. Open those arms out to a T. Feel the shoulders just gently fall down away from the ears. And sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the sky. Roll those shoulders back and extend those arms. Feel how you engage those lats, those big muscles just below the armpits on either side of the back. Now rotate your palms towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide, opening through the chest. Continue rotating your palms open. Circle those arms up and overhead. We pull the hands to heart center, turning and placing that right elbow to the left knee. Left elbow to the right knee. And breathe. Find your breath. Slow it down. If you like, open those arms. Back of that left arm pressing against the outside of the knee. We turn back to face front, hands to heart center, extending those arms up and overhead. Circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg high. Add a flex of that right foot and a bend of the right knee. Draw your heel toward your bottom. Go ahead and open up those hips. Press that left heel towards the mat. If it feels good to you, come down onto your left forearm and maybe look out underneath that right arm. Find your breath. Slow it down. We take our gaze back towards that left foot. Coming back to both palms. Extending that right leg to the sky and slowly release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, you're welcome to grab a drink of water, to take a break, or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the hands to the mat. And let's center that right hand out in front of us. Palm pressing into the mat. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Pressing that right palm into the mat to help that rotation. Does not matter if you need to bend the knees a little or a lot. Really focus on that rotation of the torso and how high you can reach those left fingertips. As you exhale, release that left hand down. Left hand takes the place of the right. We rotate and reach. Right arm high as you can. Press that that left hand into the mat and reach just as high as you can. Make sure you're still breathing. Slow and steady. And gently release your hand back down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Interlace your fingers at the top, all but the index finger and thumb. Find a focal point out in front of you and slowly begin to shift your weight forward, lifting your heels, making yourself just as tall as you possibly can. Reaching, extending, lengthening. And slowly release your heels back down. Shift your weight to your heels and swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with your right foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee stays off, and we circle those arms up and overhead. Breathe. Shoulders are soft. Core is strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten just a little bit. And exhale, sink, stay low. Lengthen through those fingertips. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. About a 45-degree angle. We're not bending at the waist. We're staying long from the tips of the fingers all the way down to that back heel. Arms open out to a T. Feel the shoulders just kind of gently fall away from the ears. And then we sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the sky. Roll those shoulders back. Breathe. We're lengthening through those arms. We're strong through the belly. Now turn your palms towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide and reach even further. And just notice what you feel. What's the difference? The smallest of motions can make a really pretty big difference. Now continue to rotate those palms open, circle those arms up and overhead. Pull the hands to heart center, right elbow to the left knee. Pressing against the knee. We work to bring those hands towards heart center. Gazing up over the left elbow. If you like, open your arms. Back of that right arm, pressing against the outside of the knee. Breathe. We turn back to face front, hands to heart center, extending those arms up and overhead. Circle the arms to the back, release your hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend. Left leg high. Go ahead and open up the pelvis. Lift that left leg high, add a flex of your foot and a bend of that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bum. Feels good to you, come down onto your right forearm. Maybe turn and look out underneath that left arm. And breathe. Always checking in, honoring where you are. Shaky just means you're working hard. It's all about the breath and listening to the body. We extend that left leg. We come back to both hands and slowly release that left foot back down. Holding your down dog. Child's pose, a drink of water. What do you need? Or if you like, inhale it to high plank. You can hold your plank, toes or knees, hands or forearms, or we have 3 tricep push-ups here. Slow and steady. Range of motion is yours, whatever that is. Just by bending the elbows, we encourage strength. We challenge ourselves. So the more bend in the elbow, the more challenge. You do what's right for you. Back to our plank and lift your hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Bring the hands to the elbows. Hold on, a soft bend in your knees. Shift your weight forward into your toes. And shift your weight back towards your heels. Lift your toes. What do you notice when you lift those toes? Activating the muscles through the tops of the feet, stretching through the soles of the feet. Shift your weight forward into the toes. Feeling grounded, rooted into the earth through those feet. Once again, back to the heels. Lift your toes. Release your hands. Bring your big toes to touch and then gently set your toes back down. Sweeping the hands from the back of the feet to the front of the feet, bend the knees, sit to chair, pull the hands to heart center. We lift the chest. You can be as high or as low in your chair as you like. I want you to notice where your weight is in your legs, in your feet. Even it out as best you can. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. Inhale, rise, reach it high. As you exhale, left arm comes forward, right arm goes back, and we make a big circle with those arms. All the way up and overhead, both arms meet at the top. And now that right arm goes forward, left arm goes back, big circle. We meet at the top, pull the hands to heart center, once again sit to chair. Find a focal point out in front of you and shift your weight forward. Lift your heels to balance chair. from our balanced chair. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Core strong. We slowly rise, extending those legs, extending the arms, coming all the way back up to our pencil stretch, just as tall as you can make yourself, as long of a line as you can create. Bring your heels to touch and slowly lower your feet back down. Feet are side by side. Even out your weight distribution. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Use that left hand to pull the right arm. Turn your gaze up along the inside of that right arm if that's okay with you. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, lean to the right, hips to the left. Use that right hand to pull that left arm. And turn your gaze up along the inside of that left arm. Give those inner thighs a squeeze. And breathe. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Pull the hands to heart center. Once again, separate those heels. Big toes are touching. Shift your weight to your heels and sit back to chair. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and sink. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and sink, stay low. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, hinge it forward, tummy and chest, coming to touch those thighs, rolling those shoulders back. So we're not just going to collapse the weight of the upper body down. We're staying strong through the belly, flat through that spine, shoulders are rolled back. Breathe. Opening those arms out to a T. And slowly begin to extend those legs, but keeping that flat back. Breathe. Now sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the sky. Roll those shoulders back to airplane. Sweep the hands down by the knees. Once again, sit to chairs. Hands to heart center. And rise. As you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, big circle. Don't think about it. Just let those arms make that circle. And now we reverse it. Right arm forward, left arm back, one big circle. Up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through, up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot. Right toes reach high. Exhale and sweep that right foot through between your hands. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Squaring the pelvis towards the front. Shoulders are soft. Back leg long and strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Crossing that left arm over to the outside of the right knee, we rotate open and extend. Right arm out to a T. Reaching through those right fingertips. Pressing with that left hand against that right knee. Pressing with the knee against the hand. Lots of activity going on here. Inhale, circle that right arm up. Left arm up and overhead. And as you exhale, pull those elbows back and down, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, cactus arms one more time. Inhale, reach it up. Pull the hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that right leg. Left knee lifts to 90 degrees and flex your foot. Find your breath. Crossing that left ankle over the right knee, rolling that left knee open to a figure four, and slowly begin to sit it back. Breathe. Chest stays lifted, sinking into that right leg. Great stretch for that left hip. Inhale, we rise, extending those arms to the sky, lifting that left knee to 90 degrees and a little bit higher. Interlace your fingers. Bring your hands just below the knee to the shin and lift. Now point and flex that left foot. Roll your ankle. Both directions. Soften your foot, bring that knee back to 90 degrees, hands to heart center, and gently let that left foot float to the mat. Standing tall, inhale, reach it high. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale, wrap your arms around the backs of the legs. Give yourself a giant hug. You can hold on to your forearms or your elbows, or you can take a hold of those legs. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Hug yourself tight. And a little shift of your weight forward into your toes. So much love down the back of the body. That stretch between the shoulder blades, into the lower back, down your glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Gently release your arms, center your weight. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push-up if you like. To down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are shoulder width. Sit bones are reaching high. Getting the bend out of the wrists as much as you can. And breathe. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes high. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through between the hands. Back heel to the mat. We stand tall to our warrior one. Coming as deeply into that lunge as you wish, but where you're able to maintain your form, keeping the pelvis facing front, tummy and chest towards the front, shoulders are soft. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little, square the pelvis, and exhale, sink, stay low. Cross that right hand over to the outside of the left knee. We rotate to the left and extend. Left arm out to a T. Shoulders are rolled back, chest is tall, back heel remains on the mat. Breathe. Inhale, we turn back to face front. Left arm overhead, right arm up and overhead. Pelvis is facing front, and as you exhale, pull those elbows back and down. Cactus arms. Again, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach it up. And pull those hands to heart center. A little shift of your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that left leg. Right knee bends to 90 degrees and flex your foot. Crossing right ankle over the left knee and roll that right knee open. Let's have a seat. Sit as low as feels good to you. Breathe. Chest stays lifted. Core stays strong. Nice stretch in that right hip. Firing up that left leg. Inhale, slowly we rise. Interlacing the fingers, lifting that right knee to 90 degrees and just a little bit higher. Placing your hands to the shin, just below your knee. Use the strength in the arms to pull that knee up. And then point and flex your foot. Roll your ankle. Go ahead and get both directions. And then just soften that foot. Gently release the hands, pull the hands to heart center, knee bends to 90 degrees, and then let that foot just gently float to the ground. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, bend your knees as much as you need to get the hands to the mat. And we're going to bring our hands to the outsides of our feet, and we're going to line the tips of our fingers up with the tips of our toes. And then we're going to press the heels of the hands to the mat, tuck the chin towards the chest. Now pressing the heels of the hands to the mat, if that is easy for you, you can slide your hands back. Fingertips are still pointing towards the top of your mat. As you slide your hands back, just notice what that does to the stretch and where your weight shifts. Probably back to your heels. So I want you to get to the point where you feel you can keep the palms of the hands against the earth. And that might mean your knees are bent. That's okay. Press the heels of the hands down. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Keep the heels of the hands down and then slowly shift some weight forward into your toes. This is not a huge movement, but it can be an intensified one. The further we pull those hands back, the more you're going to feel this. One more good breath in and out. Gently release your arms, let them hang. Shift your weight to your heels and begin to bend your knees, lowering down into a nice tight little squat. It's fine if the heels lift. It's great if the heels are down. Whatever works for you. Cross right arm on top, arm underneath, your chin towards your chest. A little stability with those feet. You feel the ankles working, the toes working. As your weight shifts, your core working. Release. Now cross that left arm on top. As you cross those arms, opening up that space between the shoulder blades. Releasing the hands, bringing your hands towards your bottom. Lower yourself down onto the mat. Let's back off just a little bit so that we can bring those feet out in front of us slightly. Sitting up nice and tall, heel toe those feet open to the outside edge of your mat. Toes are slightly turned open. We bring our hands forward, walking it out through center. Extend those arms out. Reach as far as you can reach. Chin to chest. Great release for that lower back. Really nice stretch in the hips and the groin. And slowly start to walk your hands back up. Sitting up nice and tall, extend that left leg out, and then your right, flex your feet, reach it high. As you exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, working to place your tummy down first, and then your chest, and then your hands, and then your nose towards your knees. Now let's extend those arms just as far out as you can walk them, and then you're going to turn underneath your left arm. That right arm, just kind of peeking between the arm and the leg. And nose towards your knees. Let your upper body be heavy, let your arms be heavy. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, lower your arms, and ever so slowly, roll it back. Take your time. Make it last. Nice natural curve of the spine. Each vertebra touching one at a time. And let those arms just gently fall open out to a T. Let's bring one foot up by your bottom and then the other. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are going to come down by your sides. Palms to the mat. A little pelvic tilt. Small of the back presses into the mat, and we slowly begin to lift the hips, peeling your spine off the mat one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to bridge pose. Top of bridge pose, we're squeezing those buns. Knees are right in line with the hips. If you like, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. You're welcome to roll your shoulders underneath you one at a time if you would like. Working to extend those arms out nice and long. Squeeze your buns and lift those hips. If it feels right to you, shift your weight to your right leg. Left leg extends to the sky. If those hips drop at all, place that left foot back to the mat. Breathe. If you like, flex your foot and start to lower that left leg. Now, as you lower the leg, you can stop at any point. We don't want to go any lower than level with the right leg. And gently bend the knee. Place that left foot back to the mat. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right leg reaches high. And again, if those hips start to drop, just bring that right foot back to the mat. Lift and squeeze those buns. Add a flex of that right foot. If it feels right to you, start to lower that right leg. And again, you can stop at any point, no lower than parallel to that left leg. Breathe. And bend that right knee, set your foot down, release your hands, unroll those shoulders one at a time, and then slowly lower yourself back down. Let's extend those arms out to a T. Cross that right knee up and over the left, and let's let both knees fall to the left. Turn and look out over your right arm, left hand to the top of that right knee. Close your eyes and just breathe. A passive stretch, allowing gravity to do the work for us. Releasing that left hand, slowly we roll it back to center. Placing that right foot to the mat, left knee crosses over the right. And we slowly let both knees fall to the right. We turn and look out over that left arm. And if it feels good to you, place that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Close your eyes and breathe. Big, beautiful, deep cleansing breath. Hopefully feeling all parts of your being their very best. Your head, your heart, your body. Feeling safe and calm, strong and healthy. Gently release that right hand, roll it back to center. Place that left foot to the mat. Pull that right foot in. Turn your toes towards one another just slightly. Let your knees just gently come towards one another, resting against one another. So adjust the width of your stance of your feet so that you can just relax those knees. I don't want you to feel any tension going on in the hips to bring those knees together. So if you need to widen, widen. If you need to narrow, narrow. Bring your hands wherever you like. You can rest them on your tummy. You can rest them on your hips. You can take those arms up and overhead, down by your sides, whatever it is. And just breathe. And then slowly, gently heel toe your feet together and bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open and wide. Reclined butterfly. Heels can be as close up by your bottom as you would like them to be, or as far away as feels good to you. Now, if either of those two stretches felt great to you, or you can just relax, you're welcome to either stay here or come back to those knees resting against one another. If you love corpse pose, extending one leg out and then the other. Or if by chance easy pose, sitting up in a cross-legged position feels better to you, any place that feels good to you. Let's take a moment to find that place. As we find that place where the body can be still, go ahead and make whatever adjustments you need to. Get rid of the wiggles. Soften your face. Relax the eyes. Give yourself permission to stop. To really connect with your breath, both the inhales, but particularly the exhales. Through our breath, we find a sense of peace, clarity. Here we help to regulate emotions, responses, thought patterns. We give ourselves permission to let go of anything heavy. Drawing in light and love with each inhale. cleansing and purifying with each exhale. Wherever we are, when we step onto our mat, we get to hit the reset button. And we adjust, we adapt, we shift, we embrace, we share, we let go of. We do all the things we need to do to transform ourselves and to shift ourselves to a better space, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Allow yourself a few more moments to just simply breathe and be. We are still, we are kind, we are safe, and we are loved. Our breath deepens. Our inhales and our exhales lengthen. We feel the rise and the fall of our chest and our tummy. We feel the weight of our hands resting, the weight of our body against the ground. We keep that quiet mind, that peaceful heart. We bring it back with us as we reawaken, coming back to the here and now. Taking all the time you need, whenever you wish, however you wish. Come up to a seated position that feels good to you. Rest your hands comfortably, sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and continue with those big, full, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And as we bring our practice to a close, I offer just a few words that you are welcome to take with you or just let float on by. Give yourself permission to wildly create a joyful life, to boldly walk towards passion, and audaciously follow your soul. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach it high, and exhale. Pull the hands to heart center. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves. Until the next time, my friend, light, love, and namaste.